Hey y'all. So I think I did better with my cutting in on that intro. So I really hope you saw the beginning this time. It ain't ever fucking happening. All right. Hi. Hey. Welcome to what is this? Jackie Yaps a Lot. I hope I got some new viewers tonight. I want to say hi to my faithful viewers. I love y'all. I know you're on here watching me. You know who you are. Hey. All right. So I got to get right down to it because I got a lot to yap about. I always do, but I really got some fire under my ass tonight. Okay, y'all. So here's the deal. This show is explicit. I cuss a lot. I am unforgiving. Okay. I am not going to cater to feelings, especially white people's feelings. So, like I say every week, if you are easily triggered, if you are easily offended, this may not be the right show for you. However, I encourage everybody to watch my show and to stay on. Why? Because, come on, y'all, because the moment that you hit that discomfort is the moment that you're learning. That's what you need. You have to be strong enough to push through it. You understand? So I would always say though, this show is 18 plus. Can my kids watch it? Absolutely. Because I'm raising my babies, you understand? But there you go. Everything on this show is my opinion. An opinion that I am allowed to have. Okay? All right. I always got to say that because people be bugging, right? People be bugging. All right. So I'm on YouTube. So I am here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. EST live on Culture Flicks, and I'm loving it. All right. This is where my live stream is at. Will I go and branch out? Maybe, maybe not. But right now, this is where you can catch me live. But every Thursday at 8 a.m. EST, this show from tonight will be uploaded to YouTube. Jackie Yaps a Lot on YouTube, y'all. And last time I checked, up to 32 subscribers, and that's pretty fucking dope. So when you're done tuning into this show, go subscribe. And then go tell your friends to subscribe and then tell their friends and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. And why it's not just about me getting the subscribers or the attention or hopefully a little bit of money. It's about my message and it reaching as far as humanly possible. I am suppressed so much on social media that should tell y'all that I am doing something, that I am saying something, that scared of me. Do you understand? Do you understand? I mean, going from 6.1 million views to 4.1 million views within a week span. I mean, like I said, so there is a reason why they're trying to suppress my voice. So I need y'all to amplify it, right? So that's another reason why I always tell you to post and repost and share my shit because I am working against a lot of very angry, racist white people who don't want to see me succeed. You understand? So, I thought I felt my nose ring coming out. Oh, I do a little bit. And then I try to be sly about it, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna let them think I'm up here picking my nose. So that's what I was doing. I was fixing my nose ring. Okay. All right. So go, like I said, go subscribe. Hit up my YouTube and let everyone know what's out there. All right. So on a serious note, before I go in to the bulk of the show, the government's still shut down, and we know that we're getting awfully close to SNAP benefits expiring. Um, I don't know if expiring is the right word, and I apologize, if there is a correct terminology for it, but I know that people are about to lose them. So I want y'all to know that that's literally why I'm here. So why I established Jackie's Helping Hands, and y'all heard about Jackie's Helping Hands because I plugged it here before. Um, I established that for this reason. So that way I can help those in need. And I was thinking about my words because, as you know, I just don't want to go too far down here because I got so much to talk about. But like, as you know, I'm a community leader, and part of what I do is I also teach community, right? How to build community, how to develop, how to thrive, right? But within building a community, you always want to have a mutual aid, right? You want to have that avenue to mutual aid. And that's why I established uh, Jackie's Helping Hands. And when I say mutual aid, I mean just this: I can't afford food this week. I need help. And you can look to your community, right? Because again, I hopefully will be able to identify other people within my community that can also offer as mutual aid support, and then I can build out a bigger network and let you all know who they are. But as your community leader, I take it as my responsibility to make sure that I am building these avenues, identifying the avenues, and sharing them with you. So not only are you benefiting from them, from a monetary standpoint if you need it, but so that way you can take what I'm doing and you can do it in your communities where you live, right? You can set up food drives, food banks. You could do, I mean, you could even do something like um, set up like a food bank, have people come to your house, drop off food. Maybe you start making meals and you bring it directly to those elderly within the community that are suffering from this. And maybe, I mean, I could go on for days about ideas, right? But this right here is something that I can do as an immediate solve. And I'm obviously not solving it, but as an immediate help, right? It's immediate help. And then not only it gives you the peace of mind to hear, like, hey, you're not alone. Like if you can't feed your kids, you're not to sit there and starve. You're to reach out to me. And that's what that fund is for. And everyone that tips me because of all the shit that I throw out that is fucking gold, right? I do that. I take pride in my work because I want you feel good about the tips you give me. But understand that those tips don't just go in my fucking pocket. I'm not out there partying on the weekends with these tips. And again, also there's motherfuckers out there that be thinking I'm making like hundreds of thousands. I ain't. But anyways, I take this and I repurpose it. And one of the things I do with my tips when I repurpose it, like I said, is to give back to the community. That's what community is. And like this, it's fucking lost, gone. I don't even know if it ever really was, if I had to be fucking blunt in this country. But that's what community is. No one is left out to dry. No one's left to suffer. And there was a white dude who was like, hey, like, do you know if there's any I'm sorry, if there's any white resources that are doing the same thing? And, you know, yes, I am a black centered educational hub. I put my people front and center for everything, but I got you, white people. I'm gonna say are you good in the nicest way. I ain't I ain't I ain't gonna turn my hand away from another human being. So I got you. If you are white, you better fucking hope you didn't vote for you know who, because if I find out, but seriously though, y'all know what I'm saying. Like the white folks that voted for Trump ain't following me. So I was just being funny. But seriously, like that's why it's here. So I don't give a shit if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian. I ain't gonna go through it all, but you know what I'm saying. Jackie's Helping Hands is here. I'm repurposing my funds right now. Um, so what I mean is the November grant winner, that's going to be moved. So that November grant winner, I'm going to let them know that I need to use these funds for something that is more emergent, right? And I know that individual will be cool with that. So, okay, I gotta, like I said, I gotta move on, but I'm here. You can DM me. You don't gotta, post it for the whole world to see. You can also email me, okay? Um, yeah. All right. But just know you're not alone. It's a really important part of community is to know that you're not alone. Okay. You're not alone. We got you. Okay. And we say we, I know there's other members in my community that got you too. Okay. All right. So, I just wanted to say, but before I got ready, I was looking to actually, start streaming, come live to y'all. I glanced back at threads. I'm a little bit addicted to threads in my community there. I'm not gonna lie. Hi threads community, if you're watching me, love you. Okay, anyways, so don't get twisted. I love all my other communities. I gotta say that after because then I feel bad. Okay, so I just thought that I should let you know that right before we got on here, 11 Republicans in the more vulnerable districts are literally publicly pleading with Mike Johnson to reopen the government, saying that if healthcare prices abruptly soar, they're done. It's going to be a world of hurt. That's it. They're done. They're done. And here's the fucking deal. This is it. Is this motherfucker is not doing his job. I mean, leadership 101 is that this motherfucker is supposed to be helping the Democrats and the Republicans reach a fucking consensus. Like, he's supposed to be a leader. And he won't even call the House back. He ain't swearing in a motherfucker either. And so the only recourse against him is suing him? Like, how does that make any sense? He's failing to do his job, and we, the people of whom he serves, because for some reason, this government has lost its. No, I'm going to go back. For some reason, this government thinks that they work for them fucking selves. They don't. They fucking work for us. And we, the people, demand that his ass is fucking removed. We all know the entire goddamn teeny weeny Donnie administration should be removed, but let's fucking go. He's not doing his job. He's breaking law. Like, what the fuck? It's wild to me. And it's wild to me that this passion that you see, that there's not more people that feel like this, because let this be an average person at the average job, fucking up, deliberately not doing their job, ignoring what the people of whom they work for are telling them, because he works for us. You understand? Can you imagine them having their fucking jobs? And that smug motherfucker standing up there trying to blame shut the fuck up. The only people who believe your goofy looking ass are the morons and the goons alliance. That's it. They're the only ones. You understand? Like, this motherfucker has got to go. And if it has to be forcibly, then that's what you do. You forcibly remove his ass and put him in fucking jail where he belongs. But, like, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So that's the update. Government shutdown still fucking happening. And if it doesn't reopen this week, people are going to die. If people lose their SNAP benefits, people will starve. Okay? So transitioning to my next update is on Jayvon Givan. So on October 5th, I shared the tragic news of Jayvon Givan's death. Okay? I reported out that he was found deceased in a wooded area in Albuquerque, hanging from a tree. So since then, I have been working with and in contact with a remarkable activist and anti-racist, and he goes by Uncle Ant. On Threads, he's at Andy_ATX. And he was on the ground, and he uncovered deeper truths about our brother Jayvon. And y'all, when I read this, I was like, it was, so much more complex and gut-wrenching than I imagined. So on October 6th, Building Power for Black New Mexico, Millions for Prisoners New Mexico, Albuquerque Save the Kids, and the Southwest Solidarity Network held an emergency conference outside the Albuquerque Police Department demanding accountability, transparency, and a thorough investigation into Jayvon Maurice Givan's death. Listen to this, y'all. This gets so fucked up. Jayvon, a young Black man from Kansas City who relocated to New Mexico for a job, for a job opportunity, was found hanging from a structure in New Mexico by a chain on September 17th, 2024. Y'all, the Albuquerque police and other local agencies concealed this case from the public view for over a fucking year. Y'all, they didn't notify our brother's family until October 1st of this fucking year. It blows my motherfucking mind. And if you were paying attention when I initially was reporting on our brother, and I use these words very deliberately. But when I was reporting on our brother initially, that's when it was starting to gain some national attention, right? That's when other, I noticed that there was a lot of big accounts speaking about our brother, but it never picked up any traction to dig in deeper to uncover this and to hold the Albuquerque Police Department responsible. I mean, not only the police department, but I mean everybody in fucking involved. Like, because at the end of the day, it's a cover up. At the end of the day, you cannot sit here and tell me that we do not have a fucking pattern of black men being hung in this country and then it being very quickly deemed a suicide. You understand? And so that update to me is fucking wild, y'all. It's wild. So what I will tell you is on October 7th, the Albuquerque police chief, Harold Medina, initiated an independent review of the initial investigation info of the death of our brother. I say our brother because I already said his name and I will continue to, but when I say our brother, it humanizes him on a different level for me. Okay? So that's why I say that. All right. Because this shit really bugs me. And bugs me is not even the right word. Like, I just don't want to get emotional. So, but long. Okay. So, to review the initial investigation, then the following day, so on October 8th, the New Mexico Department of Justice confirmed to KOAT that it had received a request from the Albuquerque Police Department to conduct this independent review for further investigation into our brother's death. So here's the deal. The family deserves justice. They deserve to know what happened to this young man, as well as himself. He himself deserves justice. Okay. I will tell y'all again, like I say, and I've been saying, Black men are not going to commit suicide in this manner. I am hopefully, I'm still working very closely with this particular individual. He is dope as shit, and he's giving me some more information. Hopefully, we'll have some medical reports so we can really dive into this a bit more. I have more eyes on this particular case. So what you all can do is you all just need to continue to amplify it. Do not let his story fade away. Remember Jayvon, okay? Remember him and share his story. His family deserves justice. And like I said, well, actually, I didn't say this part. Albuquerque Police Department, I mean, this isn't the first cover up. And again, information has been shared with me that I am compiling. So more to come. Albuquerque Police Department, buckle up. All right. My next update is on Dr. Ian Roberts. Y'all, this one really just fucking pisses me off. This one really, I mean, everything pisses me off. What the fuck? But this one pisses me off on a different level. So he's been indicted by a federal grand jury after authorities said he falsely claimed to be a U.S. citizen eligible to work. I'm reading this because it's just such fucking white people shit. Like, this is so fucking wild. Like, no one's gonna question the fact that he had to go through the rigmarole to become a superintendent. He was a superintendent. He was working elsewhere before this. Like, so everyone gets to drop the ball, but the black man was supposed to be on top of everything, and because he's not, he's got like, this is so stupid. And like the other part too is like, who the fuck even knows if half of these narratives are even true? Like, they have fucked with this man's story Straight out the gate, y'all. Remember Wikipedia, right? Fucking with the narrative, y'all. We locked that shit down, by the way. I will take full fucking credit for that. Okay? I came out fucking hot and quick with a Dr. Ian Roberts story, and shit started to get real, especially on Wikipedia. But anyways, the racism here, like, that's literally all this is. And to anyone who's like, oh, well, no, because if you're not making those oh, comments about the white immigrants, like the like teeny weeny Donnie's wife, then you're fucking racist. If there was something, if they uncovered something and there was a slip in the crack, isn't their duty to rectify it? When this upstanding citizen, this educator, who has proven his worth in tenfolds, isn't it worth correcting the issue and then maybe reprimanded the professionals who were supposed to be doing these checks if they fucked up? Y'all racist. And y'all need to keep that poor man's name out your mouth unless you are protecting it. You fucking understand? Because you done pissed me off now. And I ain't even on my hottest topic, y'all. All right, so for my next topic, that was my update. Like I say all the time, this is my update segment. If there's anything else you want me to come back and yap upon, ooh, look at that. Yap upon that I've yapped on last week, let me know. And I'll come back and I'll talk about it. All right, so getting into my bulk of my topics now. All right, that college group chat. I want you to hear me out. I run a mile a minute. I multitask like you have never fucking seen or believe. I run everything on my platform, okay? Everything on my platform. And my platform is, and I'm social media, my website, right? Every motherfucking thing, my collaborations, all my offline shit. So I was doing my thing, reading through stuff, and that college group chat popped up on my feed, and I saw it. I glimpsed at it. I didn't see pictures or nothing like that. I glimpsed at it, again, skimmed it, and was like, felt I got the gist of it. So I decided to thread this out. Now, again, this is me understanding the gist of it. Okay. There's nothing funny about rape, slavery, or gas chambers. It's never a joke to dehumanize people. The students in that college group chat weren't just joking. They were openly expressing their hate because the people running this country have empowered them to do so. Y'all have a chance to hold these young racial terrorists accountable. Don't fuck it up by excusing their behavior and pretending it's what they said is a joke. I genuinely thought these racists were in their. Oh yeah, okay. So that's what I posted. Sorry, I thought you meant that. So like when I posted that, y'all, I promise you, like I genuinely thought that these racists were in their late teens or early 20s. Like I thought they were talking about like 19 and 20-year-olds on a group chat talking. Now, again, I am not saying that if that's the case, that excuses it. Absolutely fucking doesn't excuse it, okay? But the fact that the motherfucker, one of them was a year younger than me. I'm 39, and one of these motherfuckers is 38. What? What the fuck is that? My mind, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if I'm alone. My mind was blown. My mind was straight up blown at these grown ass, ugly ass, oh God, Pillsbury Doughboy looking motherfuckers were in their late 30s. And then Vance up there calling them, shut the fuck up. And then the other part that I will say about this is hypocrisy. You guys, it's the fucking party of hypocrisy. And I ain't even going to go into how because y'all know. But for fuck's sake, and I go back to my theory, not my theory, my hypothesis, that the reason why they say young, and I know there's young Democrats, I don't care. The reason why they say young Republicans because they're a bunch of motherfucking pedophiles and they like that word young. They could prove me wrong. All they gotta do is release the Epstein files, show us they ain't up in there, prove this little black girl wrong. Go. Okay. So my next topic is, I gotta save time too, is okay. Massachusetts Attorney General. So y'all, last week, your girl gets a letter from the Attorney General's office here. An investigator reaches out to me telling me that I have come to their attention, aka a motherfucking racist reported me, thinking they were gonna do something. I could think of two people, a cyber stalker, of which I would not even say the motherfucker's name because he fucking gets off on the attention, and then that motherfucking dude Justin and his family. Those are the two people that I would say were behind it. And I would only say my cyber stalker for other reasons that maybe I'll get into next time because again I want to save some motherfucking time. But this motherfucker writes, now mind you, when they send this email, they send it as a matter of fact. It's been brought up to our attention that you are essentially telling me that I am a charitable organization and I'm a non-for-profit. I'm not. I'm fucking one black woman up in the mountains with a really dope vision who's smart as shit. Okay? So here's the deal. As soon as they start sending you that, as soon as they want to do that, they want control over you. The government has no business in what I do, okay? My expanded social media, I rebranded myself and I took the content that's being suppressed on social media because Meta hates my black ass, and I organized it strategically on a website so those in my community have access to it. Okay? As soon as they try to get involved, like, you should see all that shit, I'm like, absolutely fucking not. So I reply back to this dude named Daniel. Okay? And I let him know a few things. Like, look, I am not an organization. You understand? Like, I am, and I explained exactly, I'm pulling up this email. I explained exactly what I am saying to y'all. I'm sitting here like, I put it out in writing. I'm like, listen, da-da-dee, da-da-da. You're confused. So, this motherfucker, Daniel, this is what got me. So I explained to him everything. And his answer was, hi, Jackie. I think you are conflating federal IRS regulations with Massachusetts charity law. Irrespective of your status with the IRS, you fall within the perimeters of charity law here in Massachusetts. I don't. Included in your mission statement, don't have a mission statement, on your website, because you couldn't even fucking spell check, WEBIZE, are the goals. What do goals mean? You haven't fucking executed them yet, right? Okay. And I quote, he quotes and bolds, amplifying black voices and uplifting and educating our people, empowering us to thrive and lay a strong foundation for future generations. Then he says, you also state that one of your goals is to establish a scholarship fund. The aforementioned, he totally stuck that in there because he needed to say something to try to fucking sound smart because this dude's dumb as shit. Purpose are non-for-profit, charitable, and intended to benefit an indefinite population. And then here comes in the white savior part. You should also note that being registered as a nonprofit charitable organization with our division will ultimately benefit your organization, as members of the public frequently contact our division to find out if an organization is registered and in compliance with Massachusetts charity law before making donations. Bull fucking shit. Okay, there's probably like a handful of Karens that actually do that shit. Okay, let's fucking be real. But what this motherfucker did is he took himself and he planted himself He planted himself with his caucasity to tell me what my academy was. He said I had a mission statement. I have no mission statement. It says the heartbeat of my blog. And he didn't call out all the white shit I said as well about holding white people accountable. Then he used my amplifying Black voices and uplifting and educating our people, right? So essentially, I take all of the expertise that I have learned over the 17 plus years I worked in corporate America, and I put it on paper. I put it on paper so that way our brothers and sisters who may not have access to the same tools and the same institutions that I did, that they have a free spot that they can go to and ascertain those materials. And as as Teeny Weeny Donnie and his goons are literally destroying and trying to erase our history, I'm preserving it. I'm archiving it. Okay? I'm archiving it. It's the same fucking threads I put out, but I format it. I put it on a website, and this motherfucker says it's charity. So he's calling Black people charity? Is this motherfucker good? So, long story short, I came back and I clapped back. And I think my favorite part, because you know how I said goals a couple of times, where I said, this is, I'm just going to read this paragraph. I said, "Hi, Daniel. My focus on amplifying Black voices and uplifting our community is reflected in the free education I provide under Everything Black. My website serves as a free informational hub. If individuals choose to tip, that's great. While my long-term goal is to establish a scholarship, this is a future aspiration. I have not done it. How can I be held accountable for something that is not occurring? How is the population benefiting when it's not happening? And do people get taxed based on their aspirations? Daniel." So long story short, Daniel didn't answer me. So I followed up with him again on the following day, which was on the 16th. And I let him know that I'm following up on my inquiries because the 30-day notice, the notice that I got said I had to comply within 30 days to make sure that I was registered and all this stuff, or you start getting fined. I'm like, what the fuck? So I wanted to make sure that they fucking understood that I'm trying to get this rectified, but Danny boy is butthurt and he's distracted. He ain't listening because he made up his white mind. A, he don't want to be wrong. B, he wants a piece of the pie. Come on now. I built something that they can't even wrap their fucking heads around, y'all. Okay? They want some of it. They ain't getting none of it. Okay? This is all mine and all my communities. You understand? The government has no business in it. So, long story short, Danny boy there, he got up in his feelings. So I went ahead and replied, making sure that they knew that as he was in his feelings, I was actively trying to engage with this idiot. And what I did is I said to him, "Jackie's Academy is not an organization, and I'm incredibly uncomfortable with your pressure to make me misrepresent myself, because at the end of the day, that's what this motherfucker was trying to do." So after I said a lot more on my email, and then after that, a gentleman by the name of Jonathan, he reached out to me and he said that he would love to chat with me on that Friday, which was last Friday. Long story short, I spoke with Jonathan. Jonathan was the complete opposite of Daniel, and he apologized. He apologized for the racial triggers, of which, you know me, I was very blunt. I said, how dare you? How dare Daniel, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to take it on Jonathan. But I did say that Daniel is either racist or he needs some serious fucking, I don't know, training, anti-racism training. Like, if he's not, like, quote unquote, consciously racist, just bear with me. Sorry. So, that shit's good. It's blood orange, yo. Okay. So, long story short, he apologized for the triggers. Here's the deal. Like, it shouldn't have happened. And I was appreciative of Jonathan's approach because, again, like I said, he owned the whole thing. And I always say, own your shit. And like, he wasn't the person that pissed me off, but he owned everything. He apologized and he said, we're not pursuing this. We completely understand what you are, right? You're not an organization. He put it in writing and everything. And I thought that was really great. But at the end of the day, that's the shit that we have to go through. And like I told Jonathan, I am a Black activist, right? And like, I've been doxxed on Kiwi Farms, right? I've received death threats. I've received threats that, folks are going to rape me. Like, all of that shit. I'm sorry, I just like lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and then on top of it, then you have these racists, and like I said to Jonathan, who then, when they can't scare you away, they try to come for what you built, and then people like you who can't just fucking pause. You're an investigator. That doesn't mean that you take an anonymous tip and you just fucking plow forward, bitch. Slow down. The initial email should have never went out. And what I mean by that, the PDF attached to it shouldn't have went out. It should have said that this was brought to our attention. We would like our next step to schedule a phone call with you to make sure that we understand, not this fucking intimidating letter, right? That if I wasn't who I am, right, if I didn't have the personality that I do, would intimidate a motherfucker. You might have some fucking person sitting there trying to be a charitable organization right quick. Oh, I'm not a profit, because they don't want to get in trouble because they're afraid of authority. You understand? I treat fear as emotion. I fucking push through that shit. I said, I don't got time for you. I got shit to get done. But not everybody's built like that, and it shouldn't have to be, because the checks and balances should be there before the trigger is made. That's why these people get a fucking paycheck. And when someone, especially if you're a white dude and I'm a Black woman, I'm explaining to you what my platform is, don't be so fucking arrogant as to tell me, no, this is what it is. And then okay. So that was what happened with the Massachusetts Attorney General's office. And I thought it was fascinating. Like I said, it has been resolved and Jonathan resolved it. And I've been in corporate America for quite some time. If Jonathan was planning to fire Daniel, if Jonathan was planning on doing any type of professional discipline, he could not tell me. He could not let on, because that would put his job in jeopardy. So all I can hope for is that the words that came out of my mouth and how I explained the racism, hopefully, Jonathan got that. And Daniel at least fucking got in goddamn trouble. Like, Jesus Christ, people. So I'm pissing people off. They're trying to silence me. They came for my academy and they failed, but it ain't gonna stop them. That's why I tell y'all, I need y'all to amplify, to support. You understand? All right. So now I do have a I want to speak on it section, and I got it lined up. But I got to get something off my chest. It's my entire Are You Good? I'm getting ready. It's my entire Are You Good segment. All right. So we're transitioning now. Next segment. I'm going with Are You Good? No King's Day gatherings. Y'all white people, are you good? Are you good? These are not protests. You call them protests. Racist. Racist. How fucking dare you? Protest. No. You're at a motherfucking social gathering. All the white women up in their little tight spandex to do their performative cardio. You actually gave up on the motherfucking cardio, because all you do is stand there on the motherfucking sidewalk with your little colorful signs with your fucking lattes. The fuck is that doing for anybody other than you personally? So you can go home and then you can go get your nails done with little Becky over here, and you guys can talk about how you did something because you went to the scheduled No King's Day fucking gathering. Why the fuck is there a set time? Oh, it's almost over. Oh, it's almost over. It's almost 12:30. But are you fucking kidding me? And how convenient for you to schedule it on a Friday. You don't want to disrupt your life, right? Right? Yo, the No Kings gatherings are a perfect example of white folks doing the bare minimum, no impact, yet celebrating and patting themselves on the fucking back like they achieved something monumental. Now, look, I had a hard time on this day because I couldn't go in my feed because I was getting triggered because the way these folks celebrate themselves is fucking nauseating. And it makes it clear, crystal fucking clear, that it's performative. Sorry, I'm over here ranting, and my daughter's friend just texted me and it threw me off. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry. So so Chiefs of the Monumental. This is legit. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just like lost my train of thought. So they're at this. So that you go to this gathering. Okay, and that's what it is. Social media. So I get on social media and I see, okay, everybody's talking about it. They want to sit there. They're taking pictures of the crowd, showing people with their signs, all of this stuff, celebrating it. And all I can think of is, bitch, what the fuck have you accomplished? After every one of these, all I've ever seen is celebratory posts and applause about themselves. Never once have I seen an outcome. In fact, I've never even seen a demand. Before you're fucking out there, what the fuck are you asking for? What are you protesting? You're protesting teeny weeny Donnie in general? What are you asking for? Are you just telling everybody that you don't like them? Because we fucking know. Like what? At the forefront of every actual protest is a fucking goal. The goal should be to remove Trump and his administration, and that we the people will not rest until he is removed along with his administration. And when we say we will not rest, you are going to get random strikes during the weekdays, during business hours. You are going to get week-long, month-long boycotts. You are going to get actual fucking disruption. Actual disruptions, not motherfuckers up in a fucking inflatable suit and then these motherfuckers celebrating them. Celebrating them, all I see is cowards. Fucking cowards. Because at the end of the day, those motherfuckers aren't trying to be cute and goofy. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want their faces seen. They ain't revolutionaries. They ain't revolutionaries. They're fucking phonies. Cowards. Cowards. Because only a coward would wear an inflatable fucking suit to a scheduled fucking gathering. To do what? Y'all treat it like it's fucking PTO hour. And then after every one, I say to y'all, what has it accomplished? Trying to get you all to think. I've been saying it since fucking June. June is when these No King's Day gatherings started. June. And when I asked what the next steps were, it was, oh, the next one. Oh, the next one. You need a different next step. Because these peaceful protests, because the other part too, anyone wants to emphasize, peaceful, here is so peaceful, peaceful people, white people. This is the only time you ever talk about peace. Y'all are violent as shit. And then it comes to this and it's peaceful, peaceful. Why? Because you don't want violence to come your motherfucking way. But the best part about it is that you're goofy, because when I say peaceful, I ain't talking about violence. You all came real quick with violence. Clap back at me real quick. Violence is not the answer. Oh my God. Why? Again, you're just saying that because you're scared that you're going to have to endure some of that violence. But my black ass wasn't talking about physical violence. That's how stupid you motherfuckers are. That's how violence is up in your fucking blood. I'm talking about disruption. You understand the Montgomery bus boycott? Do you think that was peaceful? But it wasn't. Was it peaceful? But were we out there with guns shooting anybody? No. But we disrupted. There's no peace when there's disruption, and that disruption doesn't have to be violent. There is a time where violence is absolutely fucking needed. Fuck, it's in our constitution, right? That we have the right as a people to take up and bear arms, right? If our government turns into what it's fucking doing, right? We have that right, but that's not even what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about disruption. You're disturbing someone's peace when you're blocking them from getting to work. You're disturbing your employer's peace when you're not coming in to produce at work. Do you under fucking stand? Because you're done piss me off. And then the caucasity to say, well, it really hurts my feelings. Like when you deliver this, like maybe you can acknowledge, this stuff that you. No, no. The world, the country is burning. I don't have time to appease your fucking feelings. I'm sorry that you felt like you were doing something and I had to come in and redirect you to let you know that you need to do a bit more. That's reality. I'm a realist. And I'm letting you know you're not doing enough. You want to applaud yourself on growing and bringing in all those crowds? Yes, you brought in a huge crowd. Yes, you showed unity. You showed solidarity. You've established that throughout these, but you did that. The next day, momentum should have been kept. You should have organized secretly, not with sign-ups, not on social media, but underground to march to your house rep. Fucking house. They're not in fucking Washington right now. You can march there and you can be very loud. You don't gotta be violent, but you can make some fucking noise. You have to follow up with something, but what do you all follow up with? Literally licking your own assholes in celebration. That's it. Like you want to give out little fucking awards. Oh, most creative sign, most colorful costume. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you know, the same fucking white women that are going to these fucking gatherings are buying their supplies at Target and Michael's and then enjoying a fucking latte at Starbucks after. Because they don't got a real bone in their motherfucking body. Because if they did, they would take the fucking feedback when I was delivering it nicely. But nah, they have hurt feelings. Oh my God, do you understand what we did? No, you didn't do anything. Because since June, this motherfucker has only escalated. Since June, he has come after his political opponents. Letitia James? Ring a bell? Roe vs. Wade still overturned. ICE is still out there destroying lives. The military is still occupying our fucking streets. He just tore down the east wing of the fucking White House to build his grandiose ballroom. That's how fucking bad you scared him. Oh, and the dude that he pardoned, the teeny weeny Donnie pardoned, has taken part in the January 6th Capitol attack, was charged last week with threatening to assassinate Representative Hakeem Jeffries. So tell me again, what are your peaceful gatherings doing when this motherfucker has only escalated? As I threw it on Threads, when has there been a dictator that has peacefully stepped down from power? It doesn't fucking happen. You can't sit there in a blow-up suit and think anything is going to change. And look, all he's going to do is get butthurt for 5 minutes and then lash out, which is exactly what he did when he made the stupid AI video. But at the end of the day, he doesn't fucking care, because at the end of the day, he's sitting in the fucking White House, right? At the end of the day, the government's still fucking shut down, right? Y'all protested and there wasn't even anyone in fucking Washington. Even what the fuck you doing? And no, I don't just bitch and moan and criticize. I always offer solutions and recommendations. And I posted them out there. I posted a whole motherfucking resistance guide on Substack. Y'all should be subscribed to my Substack. Quick plug. Quick plug. I have a whole resistance guide out there. I post on the daily what you can do. Boycott. Look into FMLA. Y'all good? Mental health issues. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm fucking whoop. FMLA, use your vacation time. You think these companies give a fuck about you? They don't. But you're over here, gotta give 110%. Gotta give 110%. To do what? For what? For what? For what? Stop. Stop going to fucking concerts. Stop going to the movies. Stop. Cancel your streaming services. Cancel Amazon. Only buy what you fucking need. But there is no but. Be uncomfortable. White people, that's why this ain't gonna work, because white people can't be uncomfortable. You don't know how to be uncomfortable. That's why you have these stupid gatherings, because you're comfortable at them. You feel safe. Then you're not in activism. You're not protesting. Civil disobedience is required. You need to get uncomfortable, and you need to get uncomfortable quick. Because y'all are not fucking like upset enough. It's fucking wild to me that motherfuckers are getting up and going on with the status quo. You understand, the status quo was still killing our brothers and sisters. I don't want the fucking status quo. Black people don't benefit in the status quo. Y'all motherfuckers will pretend that we did and say, oh, unity, we need you. No, fuck you. You want us to come out there to bring you back to your heaven while we stay in our hell. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then you want to say something to me because I'm telling you that what you're doing is not effective. And you can see it's not effective because you cannot give me any set accomplishment. You can see it's not effective because he is escalating. Y'all are literally giving this country over to a fucking Nazi because you can't pull your fucking heads out of your asses. Pretending it's not happening is not going to make it go away. And I'm telling you right motherfucking now, if you all think that these No Kings gatherings are where it's at, you're fucking stupid. And that's it. Because again, every time you motherfuckers pick up momentum, you spend all that momentum and all that energy celebrating yourselves. You drew one of the biggest crowds in history, and you will be remembered. You will be remembered for not being able to take action after that, for not being able to make a difference immediately following. That you let that entire crowd go to motherfucking waste. Are you good? Because I don't think you are. All right. I'm going to try to run through. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it. I do got a poem. We're going to end on a very happy note tonight. And that's why I did not start with a black fact or anything like that, because I have something special. Me and my boy Samuel have something special to end tonight with. I do got 5 minutes, so I'm going to see if I can get through any of these. Okay, I'm going to go fast. My I Want to Speak on It segment. Giving fourth graders an hour of homework is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. My baby girl gets almost an hour of homework every fucking night. She don't do an hour of homework because I don't agree with it whatsoever. That is building a little capitalistic mindset, a little capitalist that you get up at the crack ass of dawn, you grind, and then when you come home, you gotta keep grinding. You gotta keep grinding. No, fuck that. No, she good. She was in school all motherfucking day. She can come home and she can be a kid. You wanna give my 7th grader homework? Fine. But my 4th grader? Fuck you. It's stupid. I hate it. I wanna speak on it. There was a 91-year-old community leader who was unhoused that I bumped into over the weekends in one of my local towns. 91 years old, unhoused community leader. Think about that for 5 seconds. No community leader should ever, no one should be unhoused, but especially not a community leader. If we had true community and thriving communities, we would give back to our community leaders and we would make sure that they are taken care of. Do you understand? I can only do so much. Did I give her something? Fuck yeah, I always do. I always come outside with money. I don't sit here and talk about it because I ain't fucking Oprah. I don't gotta brag about every fucking thing I do. But she should be taken care of by the very community that she poured herself into. This. I'm gonna stop there. I'll say my other ones for next week. And that was, I want to speak on it. And let me know what you think about homework and with 4th graders. Like, do you agree with me? Because I know when I usually say shit like this, certain teachers, educators, whatever the fuck you want to say, they come for me. And, because I'll say flat out, I feel like the homework is there. I'm just pulling up the poem. The homework is there. So that way, because they can't teach effectively, because you have plenty of time during the day, teach the kids effectively. They shouldn't have to go home with a boatload of fucking homework. You understand? And again, I'll get people that are all pissy about that. So I'm curious though, those are tuned in. Let me know. Drop it. You can drop it in the comment section when I post this on YouTube. What do you think? Let me know. All right. So I'm going to end with this.
Hey everybody, Samuel Brown here. How all my kings and queens doing? Here on the Jackie Yap Show. Back at you. Shout out to Jackie. I thought I'd present a piece today and remind us of our resilience. This piece out of my book, Blacktacular Poetry by Samuel M. Brown, is called Black Resilience. First off, I'm black, and that will never change. Under constant attack, yet I still remain. 400 years been shackled, dealing with pain. All my peers getting hassled again and again. Here in America, struggles my reality. Despite such barriers, I stand resiliently. There's no comparing death bestows to me. I'm still more daring because I know I'm a king. Giving up is no option. I won't run from the fight. See, I'm strong and I got this. It depends on my life. I'm the cream of the crop, which is why I face strife. The first king, like it or not, that truth will never die. So I dare to be forever and keep on swinging. And it's better to be together. So my brothers I'm bringing. See, they scatter when we gather, 'cause that's real meaning. Life won't matter to get better if we turn and start fleeing. I won't hide and I won't bow. That's not pride. That's a coward. See, I'ma thrive because I'm the power. And I'm gonna ride because it's ours. Black resilience. Black resilience.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed another Jackie Yaps a Lot episode. I am fucking out of time. All right, y'all. See you next week.